Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is Your Weather Tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, heading right on into our Thursday evening. And again, hopefully you were able to get a little bit of rain as we went through the afternoon. Again, some folks got a few sprinkles, some very light showers. Other folks got a little bit more in the way of generous rainfall amounts, including even here in Dallas County. We're going to talk about that coming up. But we are tapering off the rain chances now heading into the evening. We're talking about your weekend forecast. I'm also talking about maybe some chillier air showing up on the horizon. What's the very latest details on that? Again, all that over the next few minutes and throughout the hour as well. But again, this would be your Thursday evening here. And again, notice those rain chances. We're basically drying up the rain. And again, if you're maybe heading over to the Cowboys game, just running around doing something else this evening, again, it will be a dry evening. Temperatures easing through the 60s, a little breezy with that big upper level storm system moving through the area as well. So just looking around North Texas, who saw rain? Now, the one thing to keep in mind, this is a radar estimate. So again, if you had some sprinkles, if you had a couple light showers, not necessarily showing up on here with colors, right? But again, the locations that, again, picked up a half an inch to an inch to, again, eastern Dallas County picked up over an inch of rain. Again, you can definitely see where the swath was as we went through the day. And again, keep in mind here, the Metroplex, we're basically tapering off the rain now heading into the evening. But for our eastern counties, there's at least still an opportunity for another couple of hours for the rain, a little bit of thunder to kind of linger over there. And then once it's out, basically we're done, right? We're dry heading into the weekend. But even looking around the region, look at other areas that are getting, again, very beneficial rain. I'm talking about down in southern Louisiana, even up across parts of Arkansas, even look across parts of Oklahoma. Again, it's a similar story. So for us, it was mainly a swing and a miss. Again, it was really anticipated. We knew it was going to be pretty spotty, pretty scattered. But again, we would have liked to have obviously gotten a little bit more rain, again, especially for our friends out in our western counties. But on the flip side of things, the good news is we didn't necessarily have any severe weather, even though there was a kind of a low-end risk of severe weather. But this storm system, you can see how it's kind of leaning back. It's a negative tilt trough, big, deep area of low pressure. If this would have been April or if this would have been May, it would have been a completely different story. This could have been a severe weather outbreak during those months. Obviously, we're in the end of November, so simply put, no real severe weather, at least in our general area, materialize. There's still an opportunity down along the Gulf Coast as we go through the evening and the overnight. So there goes the storm system. Take a look at it. Just kind of hightails it out of our area. Then as we get into tomorrow, Friday, we're basically quiet. Heading into the weekend, there's one more little storm trough that swings through. I think it's going to be basically dry. Could be a couple additional clouds on Saturday, but really nothing major. Then as we go through next week, it's a northwesterly flow. It'll be fairly quiet, but at the end of next week, heading into the following weekend, I'm getting some pretty strong indications. There may be some pretty chilly air that tries to come from the north to the south and may even approach North Texas. So again, about 8, 9, 10 days on down the road, we may need to start watching for some real deal weather changes. Otherwise, as we go through the rest of the evening, still from the Storm Prediction Center here, again, you can see this area of red. We're truly going to begin to trim that down, right, as we go through the evening. I'm really, right at this point, no longer concerned with severe weather. Again, could we have a little thunder, a little bit of lightning? Not impossible. But here's the modeling. And again, you can see through the rest of the evening, through about 7:30, there may still be a few showers in our eastern counties. Once we get past 7:30, we're basically done with it, right? You see the clearing skies, the drier air on the backside of the storm system working in. And again, simply put, that is it. Again, as far as any precipitation goes, there it is, kind of a different perspective of everything, just hightailing it out, right? So at least as we go through the overnight, it will be chilly. There is going to be a little cold front that slides through on the backside of that system. Not a lot of cold air with it, but it will put the temperatures back in check, right? So maybe a few 30s off to the northwest. Generally 40s for most of us. There's that ending rain chance. That's basically this evening. Then it's completely gone. And then as we go through tomorrow, Friday, temperatures 50s, upper 50s in the north to, again, right around 60 for a lot of us. Again, a lot of bright sunshine as we go through tomorrow. And then as we get into Friday night, early Saturday morning, generally 40, so another pretty chilly overnight, if you will. And then as we go through Saturday, temperatures begin to rebound. In fact, we're talking about some 60s, and we're also talking about some 70s around the area. And again, that's going to set us up for a really good-looking weekend. Again, you can see it right there. And then, like I mentioned, towards the end of my 12-day, again, about 10, 11, 12 days on down the road, there could be some bigger weather changes right in here. But of course, it's still a long ways on down the road. Those details can change. But in between all of that, we've got some good-looking weather this weekend and into next week.